Hi, my name's Kate Kerrigan and today I'm going to be making some apple jelly. I've got a lot of apple trees in my back garden here in Killala, County Mayo, Ireland, and at this time of year it just breaks my heart to see the huge waste of apples all on the ground. So I figured out, well I didn't figure out, I found this wonderful old cookery book, my favourite old cookery book by an Irish writer, Maura Laverty, Full and Plenty, and a fantastic recipe for apple jelly that I wanted to share with you today. So, first of all, just to define what a windfall and apple is, this recipe is great because you can put just the really bruised, broken, maggot-infested apples into this recipe and it doesn't make any difference. And I'm not exaggerating when I say I do not even wash the apples. The best kind of apples to use for me are the ones that really you can't do anything else with, like this little baby here. And you literally just chop them up and throw them, just chop them up really roughly. You don't peel them, you don't core them, you don't do anything with them. You just chop them into quarters and shove them into a saucepan and then put the heat under them and throw a little bit of water in just so they don't stick to the bottom of the saucepan. So I usually just throw in a little bit like that. Now, I'm just showing you here, but basically you want to fill, put as many apples as you can into the largest saucepan that you can, put the heat under them and cook them until they're just a great big mush, a great big messy mush, and then mash them up. And then what you're going to do is you get yourself the best invention ever, which is a jelly bag. Now, instead of a jelly bag is basically just a very tightly woven cloth bag. A pillowcase hung up like this would do just as well. And you want to get all of your mush, put it in here, and leave it here overnight. And then what you come out with, that's it, what you come out with is this kind of syrupy liquid. And what you're left with is just the mush. Yeah. Now, if you're into composting or whatever, that is excellent thrown into a composter. So I'm going to put that aside, and that's what I'm going to do with that. Now, with this liquid here, it's been strained, it's completely cool, and you basically what you're looking at, you have to measure it out. Okay, so now we've got the jelly and the sugar, and what you're doing there is you're just bringing it up to a really fast boil. So you've got a really nice fast boil going. Okay, now you switched it off, you've got to move quickly. What I always do is I have my jars nice and hot coming out of the dishwasher. I'm just going to give them a quick rinse there so that they're all to this, but basically you want them hot out of the dishwasher, right? So that you can barely pick them up. Then, while the jars are hot and the jam mixture is hot, you just decant it into the jars. I like to use ordinary jam jars for this. It's not quite full. Now I've got all my little bits and pieces here. First thing is you put your little wax thing and on top of the boiling hot jam, and that just kind of seals it in. But I like to also seal it with a little bit of cling film. Just makes it last that bit longer, because sometimes with jam, if you make loads of it, you might have it hanging around in your cupboard for a few months, so it's nice to be able to just keep it really fresh, and that will keep it really fresh. And then I always just put another little plastic ring on, and I like to decorate my jam jars. You can buy all these wonderful little cute little cupcake things now, and I like to use them. Just secure it, and there you have lovely apple jelly, and that will really keep. I mean, I've got apple jelly in there from last year, to be honest with you. but that will keep for a good long while, and it looks pretty, and put a label on it. And there you are, something to do with your windfall apples this autumn.